Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master จี师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊 Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your จี师傅 right here. Welcome to another Taoism and Taoist Magic Talk Show. Today, we're going to talk about this very practical topic, which is what to do when you just got a new house and you're moving in. Okay, so yeah, are you just going to bring your things and move in and call that your home? Definitely not. Okay, second-hand house, big problem. A lot of energy left over by the previous owner. You might say, oh, well, I'm not buying a second-hand house. I'm buying a new, right? I have the money. I can afford it. I'm buying a brand new house. Okay. The problem is there are also energies left over by the contractors, the people who came to visit the house before you, the agent, people who come to walk inside and check out the house before you bought it. There's so many people touching things here and there, leaving behind their energies that you might not want. Who knows what kind of energy they have, right? So, if you are renting, let's say renting an apartment unit, for sure there are lots of people before you, right? Not just the previous owner, maybe the previous 5 or 10 or even more families that lived there before you. They all left something behind. What can these things, like the energies, do to you if you don't know how to deal with it? Oh, well, it's not going to kill you, but it will cause a lot of trouble if these energies are not good for you. So imagine this. You're like a new fish going into a new tank, right? You used to be in your old tank with the old water that you're comfortable with. You lived there for a long time already and you get used to that water. Once you enter a new house, it's like you enter a new tank. The water is not the same. It has different properties, like the pH level is not the same, and you will have to get used to it, or you change that water to what you're used to, right? You see goldfish, they go into a new tank. A lot of goldfish get sick because they are not used to the new environment. Humans are the same. Energies left behind by the previous owner can also make you sick. And what I mean by sick is not like I got a flu, I got COVID, that kind of sick. I'm talking about mentally sick. A family entered a house, right? Family of 4, and somehow they just started to have so many disagreements, arguments. Or maybe the kids are just not able to sleep well. Or maybe you just somehow wake up in the middle of the night and cannot really sleep again. It feels like, oh, I'm just new to this house. This is more like an excuse, right? But you know what? You can fix it, right? You can fix it. And then maybe because you moved into the house, it affected your mood. So when you go to work, you act grumpy. You act not happy. You act not so good. Different. And because the energy in the house is like the water for the goldfish, right? So you're the fish. So that water goes on you, onto your body, and it kind of stains your body into a different color. When you go to work, people look at you, right? Oh, how come you're so brown today? People feel your vibe is not the same. It could be good, it could be bad, it depends, but it's definitely not the same. If someone else look at you and feel different, it can affect the way things goes. For example, you're talking business, right? Going through a deal. So you're talking to this person and this person likes you. used to like you, and suddenly they feel you're kind of different, and they don't feel like the same you anymore. The trust, the faith is different already. And then they decided to, oh, I'll just hold off. The deal is affected, right? Yeah. And then your kids might be more distracted because of all the new energy is bothering them. They will be distracted, and it will affect how they focus for their schoolwork. A lot of stuff can happen. Um, so it's not like, oh, it's bad energy, and then I will like have a haunted house. I will see ghosts. I will be like, paralyzed in the sleep. It doesn't have to be that extreme. I have seen people get affected by this energy, and they get like dumbed down. What I mean by that is like suddenly you act slower. Yeah, it's like you try to learn things, and you used to be okay, but now it's like you just dumb down, right? It's like someone just press a button and then suppress all your inner powers, so you cannot really think that fast, you cannot absorb that fast, you cannot learn that fast, and it's like someone just put a curse on you, It's like that. And you don't feel that yourself. It's the other people who can tell you're different. That's the scary part. So what can you do? What can we do? Well, as Taoists, right? If you find us for help, of course we have magic, Taoist magic, that can help you to do stuff. So quickly explaining this is the concept is very simple, right? First of all, we need to get into the house and then remove all the previous unwanted energies, all the previous stuff. I don't need it, right? So we have to like exorcise all that bad stuff out of the house. So after we get it cleaned up, right, then we need to fill the house back with good energy, with energy that is cultivated, clean, and not disturbing. Like you put good water back into the tank after you clean the tank up, right? Very simple. And then we need to put restriction, right, here and there, to restrict the bad stuff from going into the house. It's like, oh yeah, well, I got my new tank, I put good water in, now it's time to put a cover on, right? You need the cover, you need the UV lamp, you need the filter, right? All that stuff to protect the tank. So after these three things are done, okay, you remove the bad stuff, you put good energy inside, and you put restriction to seal the house and protect it from bad energies coming in, right? That will put the new family at peace. That is simple for us. That's very easy to do for us, okay? If you learn from me, okay, if in case you don't know, I teach Taoist magic, right? So I teach online. If you learn from me, you can learn from home. Don't need to travel. I can teach you what to do. You go to your house, do it, and it will be all fixed. So you can do it too if you learn from me. However, I know there are a lot of people who listen to this show are like, I'm not ready to commit. I'm not ready to learn yet. I want to just know what I can do at this moment without learning. As an ordinary person, what can I do? Okay, I know this is like most of the people are like that. So I'll give you some advice, okay? First of all, you need to go inside the house and you have to do the same thing. First is remove, second is fill up, and third is restrict. So how do you remove the bad stuff? Okay, you can afford it, then do it. You cannot afford it, then find some alternative, okay? Look, when you go into the house, you want to make it yours. So remove things that are not yours. There's like this bed left over by the previous owner. Throw it out. There's like this sofa left over. Throw it out. There's like this TV, whatever. Throw it out. Okay? Don't be a cheap ass and then keep the old stuff. People leave things behind, right? They don't want it. If it's so good, if it is so good for them, why do they keep it? Right? Oh, maybe they just like They have better things. Yeah, they have better things, right? So these things all hold on to their old luck, their old energy. It's like people's leftover. It's like the food, leftover food. Are you gonna eat leftover food, right? Leftover food are like expired food. They rot because the heart that connects to them is gone. These things will stay and rot. The energy will attract the spiritual, what do you call that? Spiritual bacteria, spiritual bad energies. Okay, they will attract these things. So throw them out. Okay, find anything that is left over by the previous owner. If you can, throw it out. Okay, if you cannot, mark down everything. Take pictures, right, or take a video. Mark down everything and plan to replace them. Okay, so you see, oh, there's like this. Oh, nice, a microwave, a whole stove or fridge is so big, right? How can you replace it? It's like, I bought the house because it come with this thing, right? Oh, the previous owner already have a microwave, a fridge, a stove. I bought the house because it was a good deal. Okay, you know what? I know it's a big amount of money, right? Take pictures and then put it into your plan. Maybe like in 2 years, 3 years, you can replace one piece, right? You save up, plan to upgrade, buy something better, right? And then plan. That's part of your life, right? Plan to upgrade things and you can remove it later. As long as your heart knows and you keep an eye on that, it's not going to harm you that much. Okay, so everything that is there before you go in, plan to upgrade. Okay, secondly is how to fill it up with good energies that is good for you, right? Okay, so after all the removal is done, oh, I forgot to say, that includes the carpet, the flooring, right, the wall, and everything. So, yeah, you bought a house, right? There's a lot of stuff that you can upgrade later on. If you cannot make it all yours at once, you can plan, and that will be your long-term project. Now, to fill that up with things that is good for you, you will have to put the good stuff inside that is yours. Make it yours, okay? Add on things. One of the easiest thing to do is to paint the house. When you paint the house all over, right, most of the area, which is the wall, right, including the ceiling, is now filled with your paint, your energy. Remember, use your money to buy the paint, and then you can have yourself painted or other people painted. As long as you pay for it, it's fine. It contains your energy. So paint the house over, right? Put things into the house, invest into the house, buy things, put it inside. Lastly, how to put restriction on a house. Okay, restriction. Well, very simple. Symbolically, you can change the locks. Okay? Change the locks and add security stuff. Like, oh, there's like this window, right? You can put a lock on the window. Just think about how to add security onto things. Alarm, maybe, cameras, whatever you want, right? So some stuff like that. Now, of course, this is a big hassle. I know. Think about it. How much money do you have to spend to do all that, right? To remove all that stuff and then paint and then add this and that. It's a big amount of money. I have done it myself. I have a local temple, a storefront, and I have done a lot of those stuff. And it's so tiring. It's so exhausting. There's a lot of money spent, especially painting. It's like a nightmare. I was painting with my wife together to paint the whole place, and it takes so long. It's like the whole week you're painting, and even like when you're doze off, it feels like I doze off, but my arm is like keep doing the roller thing and keep moving. It was a nightmare, and then your hand gets numb and all that. Oh my god, it was so bad, right? I know. So that's why I like magic, because Taoist magic can work with these elements without all that hassle. So yeah, instead of like physically doing everything, we can have a easier way, which is like maybe you spend one day, right, doing a ritual there, and it's all done in an hour or so. It is all done. It's all done. Why do you need to spend all the time, right? Well, but yeah, you see, that's the difference, right? Because we have spent the time to cultivate the magic power, the energy, right? We cultivate it at our altar every day. We cultivated those energies already. We spent the time already when we are not using it, like when we are not needing it, we cultivate. And then so when it's like time for renovation or whatever, right? We just need to bring that power back out and deploy it onto where we need. Then it's all done. So it's not like, oh, you got a shortcut. It's like ordinary people have to do so many things, and now it's like you got magic, you have a shortcut, It's not like that. It's just that we spend the time when we don't have to move into the house, right? We don't like just got a shortcut. It's not a shortcut. It's actually you just spend the time in other times, right? You invested before. That's why you can withdraw today, right? And also, one thing you don't understand is that Taoist magic focus on teamwork. It's the whole lineage cultivating that power together, like a big pool of resources invested by everyone in the lineage. So when one of the disciple is moving, they can take from the pool. Imagine like you have a family, right? A family of like maybe 20, 30 people. You all make money and then you put into one account. So whoever needs to use the money, there goes a big chunk of money that you can take from. It's not that you got a shortcut. It's because you have a big, strong team. And that is what a Taoist sect is. A Taoist sect is a team that work together to cultivate that power, and then whenever anyone in need, we can take that power and help that person. That's why Taoist magic is so powerful, and it's not a shortcut. It's just a smarter way to invest into things, and then when we need it, we can use it. But anyway, if you are moving into a new house, do not do those ritual where like the Chinese say, take some incense and then pray to the four corners and all that crap. Okay, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. If there are spirits, if there are ghosts or whatever things haunting the house, don't talk to them. It's so stupid, right? Like those are not supposed to be even there. So if you got evil spirit and you try to talk to them, what you're gonna do is just like you're showing them you're weak. And the thing is, they will take advantage of that and start to make use of you, and you will be just snowballing your crap and getting into lots of trouble. So don't do that. If you have done what I said, right? Like you remove things, you put things back, invest and all that, right? You did that and it's not enough and you still get bothered by evil things or spiritual things. What you need is to stop doing things yourself, because it already means that your own power is not enough to deal with it. You need to come to me for help, right? It's like you try to drink your tea and soup and you're still sick. Go to a doctor. Stop being foolish. You don't self-help when you are that sick. You need someone to help you, right? I am the one that can help you. I will help you to exorcise the evil things out of your house. I will kick their butt. I will deal with them because I am a professional that can deal with these things. Okay, so remember, guys, if you have real haunted house problem, you come to me. Don't try to self-help because you are not the trained fighter in the spiritual world, and I am. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll have to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.